Drinking water is good for you, but did you know that with some minor tweaks you can maximize the benefits of this power drink? How to drink your water. Everything you put in your body, whether it's food or water, it causes inflammation. Therefore, it's wise to reduce the water intake and food intake you have during a day because inflammation is good but not all the time. Your body also needs time to get into an anabolic state. So that's why we introduced this method called bulk drinking. This means that you drink bigger amounts of water but less times during the day. So, for example, you drink 3 glasses of water at once when you wake up, later in the afternoon, and 3 more, and then you have about 2 liters of water. Studies show that you should sit down when you're drinking water. I myself stand a lot of times when I drink water. I don't do this myself, but studies show it's better to drink when you're seated. And there are scientific studies, but also in certain beliefs, certain religions, it's said that you should eat and drink when you're seated. When should you drink your water? When you wake up, it's a really good time to drink some water right away because during the night you sweat a lot and you get thirsty, you lose the sweat, so you need to rehydrate. And also, it is advised not to drink half an hour before you eat and an hour after you eat because when you drink, it really interferes with your digestion system. A tip from me to you, I speak out of experience, unfortunately. Make sure that you don't drink a lot of water anymore after lunchtime because what happens if you do, if you drink 2 liters or 3 liters of water during the day, you will end up going out of your bed at night because you need to go to the toilet. How much water should you drink? It's good to know that even when you're slightly dehydrated, 2% dehydrated, you're not able to function well anymore. You already can perform less work, you have strength reduction, you have endurance reduction, your cognitive performance goes down, your memory goes down, your creative thinking goes down. So you see that only with a small amount of dehydration, it has a big impact. So it's really wise to stay hydrated all the time. So for this formula, I got from the Huberman podcast. I will link it down in the description. It says that for the first 10 hours of your day, you should have 236 milliliters per hour. And that is, yeah, of course, it's 2360 milliliters a day. So that's roughly 2.5 liters. And when you're exercising, it's 2 milliliters per kilogram of body weight per 15 minutes of training extra. So let's say if you weigh an 80 kilos, um, then it's times 2. And if you train 160 for an hour, it's in that case the 160 as a result of the 2 times 80 kilos times 4, that's an hour, resulting in 640 milliliters of water extra when you train 1 hour. When it's in a hot environment, you can do that times 2. But for me, in this concrete example, it means that I need 3 liters of water every day, or at least on the days that I'm exercising. And when for the coffee drinkers among us, for every amount of coffee or every cup of coffee that you drink during the day, you need to add that to your water intake times 2. So if you drink 200 milliliters of coffee, you need to drink 400 milliliters of water to compensate because coffee dehydrates and you need to compensate for that. So this is how much water you should drink during the day. And this is from the, like I said before, from the Huberman podcast. And he also states that this is just a rough estimation. So it's not really about the precise calculation. but it's to give you some sort of indication on how much water you should drink. What water should you drink, and what's the deal with tap water? This subject is really controversial, and some people see it as a conspiracy, but unfortunately, scientifically, it is proven, and tests are showing that there are signs of fluoride, lead, and all kinds of byproducts from disinfection that is required to clean our water. Those traces are in our tap water. And yeah, as you can guess, those things are not really good for you. And there is an easy way to resolve this. Personally, I have a water filter. You get have this big jug. You put the tap water in, and it goes through a filter. And as a result, those things will be filtered out of the drinking water. And why do I do this? Of course, you won't get sick from drinking a few glasses of tap water each day, but when you start drinking 1 gallon of water each day, I think it is pretty wise to clean it up and to have it optimized. For example, I also eat a lot of eggs. Then I optimize the eggs and I go to the farmer and I get real eggs. And also because when you eat a few eggs that are from the store, it won't hurt you, it won't kill you. But if you take a lot, I think it's wise to optimize it. So that's why I also optimize my water by filtering it with a simple filter to filter out the traces of lead and all the stuff that I mentioned before. The second thing to take into account what water you drink is the temperature of the water. It is advised to drink your water at room temperature or even maybe a little bit warm because drinking water too cold has some effects on the body. It shrinks blood vessels, restricting the digestion process. It solidifies fat in the food. It's also even proven that it causes joint pains and decrease in heart rate, so that costs you energy to get it back up. So always drink your water in room temperature or even a little bit warmer. In this video, we discussed how you should drink your water. So don't sip your water during the day, just try the method of bulk drinking. That means you drink 3 glasses at once a few times a day to reach your water intake. And we also discussed when to drink your water, and we discussed that it's best to drink in the mornings and not in a window of 1 hour before and after you eat. And a tip from me to you was that make sure you drink all your water before the lunch break, because if you do that later than that, you'll find yourself waking up during the night going to the toilet. And in about what water we should drink, we discussed that when you drink a lot of water, it may be a good idea to buy this water filter and filter your water because there are some traces of lead, fluoride, and disinfection byproducts found in the tap water. And also, we discussed how much water you should drink. And for me, it's about 3 liters of water. And we discussed the formula. You can look it back, which is from the Human Man Lab podcast. So, if you like this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you have any tips for water intake, or is there something I missed? Let me know, and I'm looking forward to see it into the comments.